Hello and welcome to Sex, Love, and Soul. I'm Mary Knight and I am so glad that you're here. Today's video is all about the how and the why being nice is destroying your marriage. Okay, that sounds incendiary and very negative, but it's true. So keep listening to find out why. So I coach men who are tired of living in low sex, no sex marriages and are sick and tired of trying to guess what their wives really want. If you're a good man, a nice guy, and you've noticed your woman pulling away, going quiet, going cold, this video is for you because today I'm telling you the truth about why being good isn't enough to keep her turned on and what to do when she starts drifting. Right, so I'm not going to use cliches or feel-good nonsense. I just want to tell y'all the truth from a woman who knows what makes women melt and what also makes us check out. You're a nice guy. You love and adore your wife. You help around the house. You bring her flowers. You remember birthdays and school events, dentist appointments. And yet, she's gone cold. The looks, the touch, the spark, it's just missing. And here's what most nice guys do when this happens. They start flailing. They ask too many questions. They make awkward jokes. They notice dumb things like cookies on the counter that she just brought, just to start a conversation. Oh, hey, are those the ones you mentioned last week? No, you don't give a damn about the cookies. You want to know why your wife is icing you out, but you're just too scared to ask why. So instead, you orbit her with hopeful, low energy noise, and you just try to cheer her up. You perform. You become needy, and it's repellent. That behavior isn't noble. It's not emotionally intelligent. It's weak. And worse, it's manipulative. You're not being kind because you feel powerful. You're being nice because you're terrified of what happens if you stop. You want her approval. You want her affection. But instead of leading, you're tap dancing. And she can feel all of it. She doesn't hate you. She doesn't even necessarily want to leave you or want the marriage to end at all. But she just doesn't trust you right now because you're not centered. You're not clear. You're not present. You're trying to make her happy so she doesn't have to look at how off you're being. That's not masculine energy. That's survival energy. And it makes her body say, no, thank you. And this is not a conscious shutdown on her part. She hasn't made some calculated decision that, oh, I'm going to shut down my body and not feel sexual desire. Oh, I know, I'm going to consciously decide that I'm not going to be turned on by my husband. That's not what's happening. It's that it's a reaction to your behaviors, to your energy. And women don't just shut down for no reason. That's a convenient myth. It just lets men pretend that this is about her moods and not your actions. But I promise you, there is always a reason, even if she hasn't said it, even if she doesn't consciously know it yet, because like I said, she doesn't. Maybe it's that you've said you'd handle something and you didn't. Maybe it's that you've been physically present but emotionally absent for weeks. Maybe she's just not feeling you anymore. And when a woman stops feeling you, her body doesn't lie. That's when the sex gets rare. That's when the resentment starts stacking. That's when she starts fantasizing about men who are decisive, grounded, alive. Because feminine energy craves leadership. Not dictatorship, but direction, presence, reliability. You think you're doing enough because you're a nice guy. You're a good man. But being good isn't the same as being felt. Being good isn't the same as being trusted. And it sure as hell isn't the same thing as being desired. You know what's not sexy? You cleaning the garage on a Saturday when the real issue is that she hasn't felt emotionally safe with you for 6 months. You finally fixing something that she asked about a month ago, not from a place of strength, but because you can feel her pulling away and you're scrambling to fix it. You bringing her coffee with a smile when you know she's pissed off, but you're still too afraid to ask her what's really going on. That's not presence. That's damage control. And she knows the difference. She knows when you're moving from grounded responsibility and when you're just trying to avoid some kind of fallout. But the fallout is already happening. The distance, the silence, the sighs, the polite smile, the mechanical kisses. Well, this is exhausting talking about this. Because just like every other married couple, I've been here. I've been here. Even my husband and I are very happily married for 11 years. And we have periods where we go through this too. So it is exhausting. For me as a woman to be in this situation, it's so exhausting. And I know that it's exhausting for my husband, just like it's exhausting for y'all. It sucks. I was saying the mechanical kisses and, all of that, the reluctant hugs, all of that's fallout. You're already paying the price for avoidance. So what do? You stop pretending that you don't feel the tension. You stop performing and putting on a show and being a big fat phony. You stop asking for love like a little boy who's lost his mommy's approval. You stand still, you take a breath, and you say, I can feel something's way off. Let's talk about it. Not dramatic, not needy, not full of self-pity, just grounded and clear and present. That's masculine. And it's the only thing that will ever make her want to open up to you again. So some final thoughts here. Stop hiding behind nice. Stop acting from fear. Start showing up like a man who knows how much power he actually holds. I'm Mary Knight. This is Sex, Love, and Soul. And if you're ready to stop being a nice guy and start being the man that she feels and craves and wants in her, on her, under her, then subscribe to my channel now and also book a life-changing coaching session with me. Because the only thing standing between you and the intimacy you crave is the version of you that is still too scared to take the lead. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye for now.